Hey guys, doing today I've got a banger of a video because everyone probably wonders how much does it cost to max out gear, to max out a hero, just to max out even a signet ring. And we're going to do that all in today's video so you know exactly all the costs, the full process, and you can see exactly how it's done. So with that, smash like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and let's dive into today's video. So today we are on the test server, and we're going to be abusing the test server to teach us and teach you guys, obviously, as much as we can with Age of Empires Mobile. So first things first, we're going to start with the hero section. How much does it cost? Obviously, level up heroes. And what I've got on the screen, hopefully about now, is a little image pop-up. And that does give you basically like the total threshold of certain levels. If you want to go from like levels 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, all the way up to 120, how much it costs for each 10 levels, and then the total amount of XP at the bottom. Yes, you heard right. So on the test server, we do obviously have all of that on screen, and we can actually just kind of go through it. So the way hero XP does work, if you don't know, kind of similar like with everything, it is an exponential growth. So by using that 50k, I did level up to level 9, but you'll see it is exponentially growing each time, right? So now we're on 24.5k, and it's going to keep going up. So now you're going to start seeing an actual gradual grind. So it's like 52.5k, 56, 61, right? So if you counter just, for example, this section, and to kind of make it a little bit more self-explanatory for the infograph, you've got 66.5k plus 71.5 plus 76.5 plus 81.5 plus 86.5 plus 91.5 plus 96.5 plus 10.5 and then plus 106.5, giving you the final one, which is 112.5. And if you add those 10 numbers over, that's going to give you that total amount of XP for that section. So hope that kind of makes sense to you. So now what we can actually do, kind of speed up this process, because we do have access to it, we are going to maximum level this hero. We're going to get them all the way to 120, and you can see how much XP it is growing. Even at the later stages, you're getting all that 1.7, 1.8 million XP going into the 2 millions. It's kind of crazy, I know, but once you hit the max, it is done, right? So you have completed a maximum hero. So congratulations, you've hit 120. You don't have to worry about it. You have obviously access now to 51 talent points, and the reason it gives you 51 is because you always need to activate the original milestone, but then you technically have 50 points on how you can actually manage your talent point section, right? The one you do need to kind of pay attention to is strength in numbers. You can see your hero level needs to be level 50. This is a very important milestone, because once you hit level 50, you need to put your point into strength in numbers in order to unlock your military speciality. Otherwise, it won't unlock. It will just be a gray marker. Even if you're higher level, it's because you don't have the symbol, you don't have the like ability unlocked, right? So that's kind of a nice little breakdown for you guys on there. So that is kind of your levels and your talents kind of combined together, because we're not going to do a full crazy in-depth talent build video. That might be on another one. Let's go to star levels, right? Because now this is the next major upgrade. And if you didn't know, it does cost you 600 medals in order to actually unlock and max a hero. Because in order to unlock a hero, just like Hannibal here, you're going to need to use 10 medals to unlock them. Once they're unlocked, you can see there the actual total is 590 medals needed to max out a hero from 0 all the way to 5 stars. The way this works, as you guys know, each star is going to give you a effect, which is a might or strategy bonus, which is basically a scaling. So you're gaining attribute scaling each star rating that you go up. And then on stars 1, 3, and 5, that is where the extra abilities or extra upgrades on the hero always lie. So let's go through the upgrades, right? So you can see at the 1 star, it's going to be 3 pips on each of these, and I believe it's 8 pips to go on the next 1 star. So if we go all the way across, boom, 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 and boom, easy as clap, right? So we've got the 1 star done. Now you've ranked up, you've obviously unlocked the skill. We go to the next star, it's going to cost you now 8 all the way around, and you can guess it's going to be probably more than double, and it's always more than double to go on the next one, right? So it's 18 here, so not 16. You got 2 extra on top. And then when we advance this, it's going to give you 2 stars, and we're going to grab that extra little increased troop damage by 2.5%. Not too bad. And then we get the extra +3 on this might now if we go to the 3rd star. And this is obviously the scaling now. You can see we've got 2, 2.5, and now on the 3, we're getting 3. So this is where we're going to pay 16 on each of these pips. So going all the way around, you're going to be 16, then landing on 36. It's obviously a little bit extra again than double. So just remember, it's just a little bit more each time. So here we got 25 going all the way around, going to the final one. And let's see if you guys can guess what this is going to be. Can you guess if it's going to be 50, or is it going to be, yes, you guessed right, 50 actually is. It's 50 on this one. It kind of bamboozles everyone and goes for a 50 bomb. So here you got 50 on the drop, and then coming down to rank 4, it's going to go 40 all the way around, guys. Apart from the last pip, it will cost you 110 medals. And by doing that last 110, it will give you your 5 stars. And that is giving you so much hero power too, obviously, by gaining each of those stats, because you're going to be gaining stats all each time. And as you can see, the scaling goes from 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4. And this effect here, if you're wondering what that means, is if you go to your actual attributes, it's going to pop up and you'll see your strategy is actually now being increased. And that is all because of that, right? So that is how many it costs to fully upgrade your hero to 5 stars. And that is kind of mostly the hero section done. The only thing we've got left to do is your skills. And we've got as well, just to finish off the stars, another little infographic should be popping up on screen. You can take a picture of this, but just to kind of give you guys a little spoiler at the end, all of these infographics are going to be on my brand new Discord, and it's coming very soon. So be very hyped for it if you're an Age of Empires mobile fan, because there's going to be a ton of info on there. If you're playing Call of Dragons as well, there is going to be info on Call of Dragons, updated, talent pages, you name it, it's all going to be on there as well. So coming back to the video though, let's go and do the final area, which is your skills. Because as you guys know, the very first skill here, the war skill, which you can activate if this is your primary commander on the open field, this scales with your level. So once you hit the maximum level, this is going to just keep going up, right? And you can actually check this out on a variety of different heroes. So if you look at my Joan of Arc, hers is level 15, and next time if I upgrade her to level 40, that's going to give her that level 20 upgrade, right? So you can see how that scale levels up. So coming back down to our good friend Hannibal, wherever he is probably 5-starred. There he is, right at the top. What we're going to have to do is max out his main skill. And right, like I did with the other one, he's actually going to be the infograph at the start for the skill upgrades, because it does cost quite a big chunk to do this. And this obviously does the exact same like your XP. Each time you upgrade, it's going to exponentially go, right? But it's not too bad, right? Level 40 is going to be the maximum. So once you've done that, it's happy days. And obviously, one big tip and trick, obviously, you've got to do this on all 3 of your skills. Obviously, if you are worried, if you're new to the game and you're just watching this video just to kind of learn a bit more, if you level up any of these skills here, don't stress if you change skills. If you change skills on this game, you're actually going to be able to get the skill level still, right? Because the level of the skill is assigned to the slot and not to the ability, right? So if I kind of unlock this weak spot attack, just for example here, we can go and upgrade one of these purple skills for the example. So it's 110 for the original upgrade, and you can see it's going to go to 150, 200, 260, and this is going to go all the way up. Just like my infograph, I've kind of done it from 1 to 10, and then 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and you name it, right? All the way up to the max, right? And it is a big growth, especially when you start hitting the 20 mark. Some people will start feeling it, but it's when you hit 30 is the long grind. The 30 bomb, when you're dropping 4,000 plus now each time you're dropping a skill. And honestly, you do this and it does feel really good. once you hit that maximum amount of might, obviously, and ability damage for that hero skill. But like we said, this is level 40, right? And if you want to, you can go and replace your skill, and you'll notice it's still level 40, right? The leveling is tied to the slot. It's not tied to the skill. So if you're a new player and you didn't know that, I just wanted to kind of explain that. Sorry for the experienced players. You know, you probably, maybe skip that a little bit, but I have to help everyone out, right? So just kind of go for it again. You're going to have to obviously max each one of these. So like the infograph shows is how much one of these cost in all of its progression, and then the total amount, and then you got to times that number technically by 3, right? Because you're doing that 3 times on your hero, and you're going to have to obviously do that so you can obviously go through the upgrade. Now we've got obviously 2 sets of skills here. We've got some epic skills and we've got a legendary skill, and I've left it like that on purpose because, as you guys know, in the game you can also upgrade the star rating of these. So if you wonder what that means, is we've got the level 40 effects, right? But we need to max rank it too on this actual ability. So what you can do is click on this little plus icon, and down here you've got epic skill scrolls, right? And obviously you're gonna have to get and earn these all the time, but it does scale like 20, 40, 100, and I think it's like 200, and it's done on 150, and you've completed actually all of your epic ones. And I've actually done this on my main account. Should be popping up right now with my Rani. As you guys may know, my Rani has a full starred armor piercer, and I've not looked back on that. It does so much good work, and actually armor reduction, so great ability. Coming back now though, we've got obviously the epic skills now, and the epic skills does have 5 stars, meaning it has that extra cost compared to the epic ones, right? So when it comes to scaling here, we do have an absolute ton of skills. Again, just to remind you guys, we're on the Pioneer server. This is the test server. If you haven't been able to play, don't worry. Potentially in the future, Age of Empires Mobile might be launching a brand new event, maybe a brand new game mode, who knows? And they might be posting on their official Age of Empires Mobile Discord, again, a way to join the Pioneer server. You just have to fill out a survey, put some UIDs in, obviously your email on so they can contact you, and then you might get access to it. So just to give you guys a heads up, because I know a lot of you guys are wondering how to play it on the Pioneer server, so I kind of wanted to address it as well in this video. But as we're going to go through the upgrading here, we've got 20 on the original cost, then it's going to go into the next. So boom, love the animation obviously on there, but it's going to increase to 50 now. So already that's 70 on the cost. Boom, we got the 2 stars. Now coming back into it, going to the 3 stars, you got 100. So it's going to cost you 170 already. And that's going to give you the free, boom, coming back, hitting the plus icon, 150. So plus, obviously, 170 there. You've got what? 150, 250, 320 there. So last one after the 150, boom, click it in, and we have 270. Yep, it is a truckload. If you've not guessed, if you've added it up correctly, it should be, I believe, 590, which is the exact same amount of scrolls or skills or medals you're going to need to actually 5-star a hero. So just remember that if you're trying to max out a legendary skill, it's going to cost you the exact same amount for the actual 5-star of your hero. But with that, we've completed all of the actual leveling process on the hero. So now we're going to move to the next section because we've got the gear, right? We can talk about how much it costs to actually max out gear, as well as the Signet Rings. I'm going to showcase all of that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, smash a like, comment, and subscribe so far. Let's move on. So for the purposes of this video, I am just going to only showcase how much it costs to go for a legendary upgrade, because that is the main question a lot of people want to know, and why it's such a hard investment for legendary gear. And I want to showcase why, because you don't understand the actual exponential growth of these items, right? So with legendary items, compared to all the others, right, they do get 4 stars, meaning you get 4 extra abilities for each time you upgrade one of these stars. On top of that, you obviously have a higher level cap than other items. If you look at rares, they stop at level 40. If you look at epics, I think they stop at level 60. And then legendaries stop at level 80. And the fact that you got these 20 levels differentials on each of the gear does mean once you start going past that one level above, so as soon as this becomes a 61, 62 gear piece, it is going to outmatch any of the epics. And that's just how it works, guys. And that's why it's a legendary piece of gear. And we do want at least a full set of legendaries on our formation, at least on our main damage dealing commander, right? So as we're doing for Hannibal. So we're going to go through the leveling process. And again, just for a nice little infograph I've made here, you can see how much it actually costs to upgrade this whole thing stage by stage. We're going to go each 10 levels again, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, etc. right? All the way up to the magical level 80. And then let's do it live now. So we've got the 20 bomb here going into 30, 40, 50, 60, and you can kind of follow this through if you want. And it is a long process. And the problem is when it comes to leveling gear, and why I wanted to showcase this and the actual true cost of gear, is this currency, the forging kit. It is so hard to obtain because obviously you're only obtaining this mainly through your island tactics. And you can, as I've advised in a different video, which might have come out already. If it hasn't, it's going to be a little spoiler for a future video. But what you could also do is technically dismantle gear for matches you never intend to play. So if you're a free-to-play player and you plan to play, for example, only maybe infantry and pikemen, and maybe in the future, once you maybe love the game, you've played it for such a long time, you might open that third unit and you go for marksman, right? If you don't go for cavalry or whatever unit you don't go for, a lot of the time you could, in reality, dismantle that gear. And that gear is actually going to give you more of this forging kit so you can actually upgrade your gear. But that's more for a free-to-play and low spender compared to the bigger spenders that can actually afford to actually, invest into Age of Empires Mobile for its development and to obviously help themselves get the currency, right? But with that, we've hit level 80, and it was a long process, and I've clicked each individual one so you could follow as well how much each of those costs were and with the infograph. But by doing that, we have now obviously access to each of the different stones. Again, these are access, I think, at level 20, 40, and 60 for your account. But now we've got to get to the crux of it, the stars, because this is where the major investments even come in. Because every time you want to progress, guys, up into the chain, you are going to be required to use a legendary blueprint of the same type. So here we're going to be using one of these blueprints. That is going to go, boom, Saranara, and advances into our actual stars. And now, because we're in the stars, we have the legendary magma crystals. This is what we're going to be using to upgrade our legendary gear. If you're wondering what the other crystal is for, without spoiling it, it's in the next section. So hold on, right? And you'll understand why everyone's been saying to save them. But here we go. It's going to cost you 8, 8, 8, and 8. Easy. Nice and easy. But now, to get to the next star rate, you're going to have to consume 3 blueprints. So that's already a total of 4 legendary blueprints you're going to need for your progression. Then you go into it, right? And we advance our 3. And we go in and we're like, yes. But now it's 24, guys. Not 8, not 16, 24. It is 3 times the amount of crystals that you have just put in to get around. So just remember that. So whatever that original cost was, so we had 8, 16, 24, 32. Times that by 3. That is what, 96, I want to say, if I've got some good maths. Maybe it doesn't matter. We've got an infograph popping up at the end of this section which has got the correct maths, so don't worry. I know you guys don't trust my maths 100%, and I don't, I'm not a human calculator. But there we go, we got to the next stage, and now it's going to cost us 6 of these bad boys. Yes. So we're already on 10 blueprints you're gonna need to upgrade your, legendary march. And that is kind of crazy for a lot of players. And this is why we are trying to tell you and really stress to you guys, please don't try to triple legendary marches if you're a free-to-play or low spender, because you're going to honestly fall behind so hard, because now we're on 48. So that is double of what 24 was, right? So whatever 92 is, double that. So we've got 184, if I've got some good quick maths there, and we're going to go around. So boom, 48, 48, 48. And now here we are. The legendary lightning crystals. We are at the finale where you guys have been wondering where these crystals come in, and they come in here. You hit the 3 stars and you're gonna need 48 of these bad boys, because now you're gonna need a total of 10 more blueprints, which gives you 20 single blueprints, guys. You need to max out a gear from 0 all the way to the 4-star pit, right? That's to unlock each pit. You need 20 blueprints. Once you've done that, guess what? I don't want to do this to you guys. I don't want to do this to you guys. Here we go. 80. And these are one of the hardest currencies to obtain currently in the game. And I do hope there's a dev watching this video and they enjoy the content that I provide for the game, because I do want to say, please, right now, devs, just get some more events, some more things to do, which we can earn some crystals just over time, because it is going to be so hard otherwise for a free-to-play player to actually feel fulfilled in the gear grind in the end game. I'm gonna be honest, because this is gonna be 80 here, and guess what? It's 80 again and 80 again, and to finish it off, it's the final 80. So it is a ton of those. 320 plus the 80 from before, or I forgot what ones before, but it is an insane amount of lightning crystals that you're gonna need, and that gives you the actual 4-star maximum rating on your gear. The only way you can push this gear any further now, as you guys may know, is through gems. With gems, you will be earning white gems through dailies. I'm going to make a full video on this. Basically, you will be fusing them together, and it'll go all the way up to the maximum, which is the red gem here. And the red gems will just give you different types of stuff depending on what you want, right? So we're just going to inlay, just for example, this, and this is 9.7k power just for having that in, so you can see how crazy it is for you, right? So massive power boost, but by doing that, you've technically got in the maximum amount of power for one individual piece of gear, and that is how you can max out your heroes, stars, levels, skills, and gear slot in Age of Empires Mobile. And to finish off the video is the creme of the la creme, Signet Rings. So let's dive in to Signet Rings and upgrading one of the hardest and most powerful gear aspects of Age of Empires Mobile. So for the purposes of this video, I am going to be again maxing out a legendary ring, and we're going to go for the 4K Radiant Guardian. If you're wondering why, it is probably one of the most powerful rings that you can put on Hannibal as well as Mulan. So if you love Mulan, Bellevue, that could be coming in season 2. This is definitely a ring that you're going to be wanting, because it is an absolute powerhouse. Just to give you a quick little rundown why it's such a powerhouse, this skill here increases your secondary skill strike activation chance and has a chance of giving you double attack. And the power of this is when you upgrade it, right? So what we're going to do is talk about the upgrades. You can see every time you go up these upgrade patterns, it's basically level 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's actually how you go up on the star rating. So it's actually not a crazy infograph for this, and I haven't created one, and I might make one for the Discord though. I haven't made one for this part of the video because this has honestly got really good info. It's as simple as it goes. But let's upgrade it, right? We're going to upgrade, and you can see you're going to need these different crystals, right? Or this different type of material for your Radiant Guardian. You guys know you can obtain this through, again, I believe, like the Apex Arena and just parts of the expedition areas. So without diving in, let's see how much it costs, right? Because it's going to cost you 10 for the first one, and this does, again, kind of exponentially grow when it hits certain thresholds on this. So it's going to be 10 again, going up, and we're level 3 now. Nice. 10 again. Beautiful. Going in. 10 again. Kind of nice. Beautiful. 20. Do you know what? I actually changed my mind. I know I've kind of been scripting for the most part. For this part, do you know what? I am going to make an infographic because this is going to be an exponential growth, and I'm not going to keep adding all this up. I know you guys might do it, but do you know what? I'm going to save you the trouble. Here is the infograph, and this is going to basically showcase how much it costs to do this over the entire course of time, right? And the thing is, each time you're going up the star ratings, that's kind of what I've put the totals at, right? So how much currency do you need to get to the first star? How much do you need to get to the next star? And then vice versa, right? So nice, should be nice and easy to follow, especially now coming back into the gameplay. We're going to be doing it live, right? So we're at the 20 threshold, we're at the level 9 slot, and then we're going to hit 20, and we've got the 1 star finally. So we've got level 10, and that does advance it to 1 star. That increases its overall power of the ring. But now we're on 45. Woo! Let's go. It's going to be a tough video here, but going into now 30, dropping down. I think it's just so you can hit the initial threshold from level 10 to the next area, right? Then we're going into the 30 bombs, and it's going to go back up there, right? And this is honestly, again, a long grind. And I kind of wanted to make this video for everyone, right? Because I know certain big spenders want to know how much it costs and actually see it play out. And then obviously the free-to-play players obviously want to know all this information too, because they're going to be like, okay, at the moment, there's not enough events in the game, and I can see this is going to be a super long grind. Is there going to be something coming, like I've kind of discussed earlier in the video, for the game, which keeps me, you know, wanting to actually play, that's going to help me progress on the Signet Rings? Because honestly, Signet Rings are super powerful, especially the legendary ones. Again, because if you don't realize, guys, legendary Signet Rings have triple these amazing stats that you have, as well as an amazing powerful ability to tie to them, compared to obviously the rare ones and some of the epic ones. And don't get me wrong, some epic rings are really good. They're really, really good. But when it comes to legendary rings, they are on another level, and that's why they're legendary, right? And I do think having that clear distinction isn't bad. I know some people might hate it, but for me, even if I was playing certain games, having that threshold where I get the epic gear and I feel good, I've got that power spike, and now I know, okay, I can do harder content, I can perform better, and my goal now is to get the legendary content. It's like a nice stepping stone, and when you do hit those thresholds, it feels good. But that's what the game needs to obviously provide, I think, for the player's experience. And I think this video does kind of showcase that when it comes to how much it costs to technically max out everything in Age of Empires Mobile. And that might be maybe the title of this video, right? For the whole thing, because that's what we're kind of doing. We're maxing everything out here on a hero, and that is pretty much what the most part of the game is. And this is what a lot of people love: the hero collecting, the whole, you know, gear grinding, getting a maximum match so then they can field it and have an absolute powerhouse PvP match, right? And that's what everyone wants to do at the end of the day. They really do. And you can see how much power this ring is gaining now each time we're going up. It's costing you over 100 at the minute for popping this on the level 35 bombs, now 120. Kind of like reeling it back into the video. 38.4k power here. It is crazy, and it's just a long grind. And I hope you guys appreciate what I'm kind of like showcasing here. And you gotta remember, this is on the Pioneer server that I'm showing you guys, and I'm trying to take full advantage of the access we've got so I can teach you and showcase as much as we can. Because the thing is, this could change. Maybe in the future, the devs see this and they go, do you know what? He's kind of right, and things need to be a little bit cheaper, right? So now we get to a different thing, which you guys might not have known, but there's a different currency. you heard right. There's a new currency. This is this extra little blue crystal, and it goes and resets it from that super high amount that you saw all the way down to 15, right? And it's a new currency. It's even harder to obtain, but this is going to be needed to get you from level 41 all the way to 50. And honestly, that infograph kind of showed it. And if you noticed it on the infograph, big props to you, because you guys are the big OGs that actually pay attention to the information and not just take a first glance of it. But yeah, it is an interesting choice. I must admit, an interesting choice. So personally, I don't know how you earn these because I haven't got to that point in the game. I do believe it's probably through seasonal activities like wonder events, as well as the new Mightiest Empire. Most likely is the way you're going to obtain these. I'm assuming, right? I could be completely wrong on that. There might be someone in the, Discord down below, but this video is just kind of showcasing how much it costs to get there, right? That's all I want to showcase there. I don't want to misinform you with how you get things or all like that. Someone probably smart enough in the comment section down below will tell us in the Signet Ring section, this is the currency, this is how you get it. And if you put it in the comments, guess what? I will pin it at the very top, right? And you'll be the guy. You'll be the guy. But there we go. The final pip. We've got over 96k power. And we have finally maxed out a level 5 legendary ring. That is it. It is done. Done skis. And the crazy thing is now, guys, when you look back and we are basically like looking at our commanders here, it's scary, right? It is kind of scary because I have just jumped up an absurd amount of power, all because of this Hannibal. This Hannibal alone, right? It has just given me an absurd amount of power with just what I've got equipped, right? And I've still got to do the other legendary skill. I've still got to put in all the other legendary gear slots, right? And that will technically be a maxed out commander then. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I know it's been kind of a long one, but I've tried to obviously segment it out so you guys have got a good understanding of how much it really truly costs to max out a hero in Age of Empires Mobile. That is your levels, that is your star rating, that is your skills, that is your gear, how much your levels cost per gear, the star ratings per gear, as well as the Signet Rings leveling, right? So we've gone through all of it there, and all the information, like I said, guys, that I've displayed infograph-wise is gonna be added on in my new Discord, and I'm gonna be providing a link very soon. So honestly, a big shout out to you guys, a big thank you. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you have, smash like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, stay safe, guys, stay sneaky, peace out.